Hey, Shalom. Back again with another quick exhortation. I pray and hope that Lord willing is edifying to feed you hope for the elect Aki and Wa'akwaf out there. All right, first and foremost, as always, giving all praise, glory, and honor to the true, holy, and powerful names of the Heavenly Father and His beloved Son, the Most High Power of Israel, whom the world ignorantly calls God in Jesus Christ. Real names in the Paleo Hebrew is Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha HaKodash. All right, call halal yimla Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well the correct doctrines and the exhortations of the heavenly scriptures. Peace and salutations to you, hopeful elect Akim that's out there teaching His word, faith and sincerity and fear of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And as well, you few sincere Akwaf, our sisters that come across these videos, Shalom. All right, real quick, man, I just want to get into this these collapses, man, these bank collapses that have been happening recently, man. All right. The one in SVP in Silicon Valley, the one that collapsed a couple days ago or early last week, yeah, man, that's just a telltale sign of the corrosion of America, man. All right, that's happening right before our very eyes. All right, this place is systematically being destroyed. All right, best believe that this is all orchestrated and planned out by the elites, man. All right, none of this is coincidence. All right, and I came across a few videos. All right, one of which right here from America Uncovered. All right, it says 10 dangers of living in a cashless society. All right, and you already have China that's currently the forefront leader in this whole cashless movement. All right, into digital currencies, and they want to lead the way into the future. Want to be the next world superpower. And, if not for the return of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai or Yahweh sending His son Yahweh Shai back, that could probably be the case. They will be well on their way. But as the scriptures say in Psalms, the second chapter, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? All right. And that's what it is, man, with them thinking that they're going to be next in line to rule the earth after America. And they patent all their whole style off America, but they taking it a step further, into the next level. All right, in America, that's why it's going to be a World War III conflict involved with those two countries and Russia and their allies, China, their allies, America, their allies, which America right now is losing a lot of their allies for various reasons, which that's a whole nother subject. Anyway, let me see. Let me look at my history real quick. All right, I was also watching another one from Future Now, Cashless Society, how China became mobile first country, world's largest mobile, cashless society. And we just was talking about that. So I watched that. You can also go and, refer you to that. And then also from this same channel, America Uncovered, I watched Silicon Valley's bank collapse fully explained, So I would say refer to that for further explanation, whereas I'm not a, economic advisor, they can go into more detail, and breaking it all down. I do have an article as well that I want to go into, all right, projecting the fall of like 100 plus more banks that's on the verge of potential collapse, and Lord willing, it happens, man. All right, because that's the spirit we're in, man. Hastening the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai. All right, and all these, the downfall of this modern day Egypt has to happen. All right, prior to his return. Anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna play a portion of this video, probably like a couple minutes, and then we'll go from there.
People are using cash less and less in favor of credit cards and apps. It sounds so convenient, but it could also be very dangerous.
And Pete, what he just said, it sounds so convenient. All right, and that's how they're gonna sell this whole digital currency, and eventually the M.O.T.B of the beast, spoken of in Revelation the 13th chapter. All right, in which you're not going to be able to buy or sell unless you have it embedded within your skin. All right, and so they're gonna play it off as convenience. A lot of people in America, especially, they center their lives around convenience. You know, everything at the push of a button. You know, and it, you know, via their phone or whatnot. So this is gonna be good for them. You know, for all the blind sheep out there. Anyway.
Welcome to America Uncovered. I'm Chris Chappell. Whenever people these days say that cash is cold and hard, that's because it's dead. Like Pogs, VCRs, and talking to your neighbors, cash is quickly becoming a thing of the past. And one day, cash could disappear or become obsolete. But this could be a big problem. No matter who you are or what your political persuasion, you need cash. And without it, we're all in trouble. Matt Gnazda has more. Matt?
Thanks, Chris. I know having to carry physical money is not as convenient as paying with a credit card or your phone, or the microchip implanted in your hand. I'm not kidding, that's a real thing.
You see? You know? Hey, they even know, man. Why is it, you know, all these Edomite platforms know about the M.O.T.B being the RFID microchip implant, but you got a lot of Israelite groups, you know, that claim to be in the truth and prophecy, pushing forth prophecy, all right, but they don't speak about the M.O.T.B being a physical C-hip implant, all right. Rather, they say it's something spiritual, you know, that the mark is sin, which, you know, that don't make sense at all, you know, because how can you buy and sell with sin? Anyway, so yeah, but it is the micro C-hip, man, all right. Oh, and then I got the video from Aaron Russo, you know, who was an insider that spoke to who was it, David Rockefeller, or the Rockefeller family, or one of the Rockefellers he was cool with, all right, that told him a lot of information, all right, as it pertains to the elite's future plans for humanity, all right, and the whole purpose of that C-hip, all right. I'm gonna play that clip too, but let's keep on.
I'd rather get a juggalo tattoo put in my skin. That's because while cash may seem less convenient, it's actually super important. And if America actually becomes a cashless society, here are 10 serious dangers we could face. Number 10. For some insight into what a cashless society looks like, let's peer into the future, the Orwellian future, communist China. Over the past few years, China has already become an almost cashless society, especially in the cities. This is due in part to a state-sponsored effort to replace cash. What could possibly be behind an authoritarian government issuing a purely digital currency? Now, imagine you're a Chinese dissident. The Communist Party can immediately shut off your access to your own money. You might be thinking, well, that's China. A Western democracy wouldn't.
Hey, and what he just said, you know, imagine you were a Chinese dissident, or a dissident of any country that's imposing, you know, a cashless society and carbon footprint and carbon credits like China is doing. You know, what does that word dissidence even mean? You know, because it's just like what Aaron Russo was saying, the elites want to do in terms of total control, all right? Because they got all the cash they could ever want. You know, they bought and paid for everybody and everything that possibly could be paid for. You know, they playing with trillions of dollars. All right, so they can tap into a whole nother realm of control, but they want to take it a step further with the micro C-hip. All right, and it's all biblical prophecy. This is the word dissidence in Google. All right, it says a person who opposes. So let me highlight this. It says a person who opposes official policy, especially that of an authoritarian state. All right, and that's what everything is gearing towards, man. A complete totalitarian, authoritarian, you know, state of you know, complete and total control of the government, the federal government, which the feds is run by the top wicked elite. You know, so it says so if you come against what they trying to establish, and you protesting, like this one of the similar words, a protester, a dissenter, objector. If you object to their policies, you know, in any form or fashion, be it the internet or, you know, you know, what we do on the highways and hedges. That ain't gonna be going on. All right. So you know, you want to get the prophecies and understanding why you still can before they shut everything down, because they also are trying to do control so-called misinformation. You know, and they do smear campaigns on people that tell the truth. You know, they call you conspiracy theorists whenever you bring out the truth. All right, so they gonna put a stop to that whole internet, you know, that freelancing throughout the internet with all these truth platforms, man. All right, so they can push forth only one narrative of the lies that they want to push out. All right, so you know that's coming too, man. The famine of the word. But as of right now, hey, the Lord is like He said, poured out His Spirit upon all flesh. Everybody prophesying, man. You know, He said He gonna cause the Egyptians' tongue to shall cause their own tongues to fall upon themselves, and that's what we see happening with these different truth platforms. Anyway, so it says a free thinker. It says a person who rejects or accepted opinions, especially those concerning religious beliefs. Disturber or disruptor. A person or thing that interrupts or an event, activity, or process by causing a disturbance or problem. You see? And that's gonna be everybody that, you know, that buck up. All right, there's gonna be a lot of buck breaking going on, man. All right, but yeah, another definition that says in opposition to an official policy, you know, and that's us all the way. All right, that's why we expecting them to come down hard upon us men of the Lord. All right, because we speaking the whole truth and nothing but the truth, man. You know, bringing out the prophecies written in the scriptures concerning what's taking place, man. And that's how you measure the times pursuing the 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. All right, but rather than me going through this whole video, all right, just go back, you know, you see the title, subscribe to their channel, you know, you can go back and watch it for yourself. All right, but now let me jump to the other video clip that I was watching. I was talking about with the Alex Jones and Aaron Russo conversation. I believe it's around the around here when he started talking about it.
And that
Now this guy was a Apostle Gabar. He always referred to this man Aaron Russo, you know, as a legitimate source because, you know, his sincerity. You know, he was offered, you know, acceptance into that whole realm of the elites, but he rejected it, you know, for conscience sake, you know, and he put out the truth, you know, and he since disappeared. You know how they like to silence people that speak the truth, you know, but so he legit, you know. I believe that through the Spirit, you know, as well Apostle Gabar. But anyway, let's keep on.
clearly he was, I mean, I want to make it specific and just get you to reiterate what you said last night about you got 30% of the vote, you were having an effect, you made mad as hell. They knew that you'd started the Constitution Party. Yeah. They knew that you were somebody who was taking action and getting things done. You'd already made some big films, had a lot of other successes.
Right.
So they were trying to recruit you, and didn't it come down to the point of, hey, we are here to recruit you, and don't worry, your chip's going to say, don't mess with us. You know, this guy's don't touch.
Yeah, yes, that did happen. I was definitely being recruited, but it's more subtle than that.
Well, in your words, just go through the process, and then what he said to you.
Well, what it is remember, we were friends, and we used to come to my house a lot. We'd have dinner, we'd talk, and he'd tell me about business investments, how you get involved in, you know, or they would help me with this business investment or that business investment. And was I interested in joining the Council on Foreign Relations? You know, I would have to get a letter to join them, but was I interested in that? And, you know, just stuff, you know, leading you on. And I used to say to him that I never really did that because that wasn't where I was coming from. You know, as much as I like you, Nick, you know, your ways and my ways, we're on the opposite side of the fence. You know, I don't believe in enslaving people, you know, and
he would come back with, oh, I do? Or?
Well,
it was Nick Rockefeller that he was associated with. They were trying to recruit him, you know, into the you know, the darker realm, you know, the wicked elite. You know, he was getting certain inside information, you know, that they wanted to do, but like he just said, he wasn't into the whole controlling people, you know, and that's what the elites ultimately want to do with the population. You know, they got a God complex. All right. They don't realize that they being controlled by the Most High via his left-hand side through Satan, you know, and different demonic forces. So nobody really has free will. Everybody doing what they need to do. Anyway.
More like,
it's better for them.
It's more like, how do I put it? It was like, what do you care about them? What do you care about those people? What difference does it make to you? Take care of your own life. Do the best you can for you and your family. What do the rest of the people mean to you? They don't mean anything to you. They're just serfs. They're just people. You know, it was just a lack of caring, you know, and that's just not who I was. It was just sort of like cold, you know. It was just like cold, you know, and
you talking about the wicked elite, you know, their mindset was pretty much cold towards the people, and they look at the average Joe as peons, you know, useless eaters, which the vast majority of these people are especially here in Babylon, America. These people are just dumbed down sheeple, man. Meant to be destroyed. Everybody that's on the planet right now, that's in America particularly, all right, really is just here for no reason, for judgments and death, and you know, and the future is gonna show that full steam, you know. But us at the hopeful elect, we the only ones that the Heavenly Father is looking down upon as really living a meaningful life, all right, which is fearing Him and doing the things that please Him, you know. That's what it's ultimately gonna boil down to when it comes to, you know, salvation in the end, all right. But anyway, so that's how the elites think about the people, man.
Say to him, what's the point of all this? You have all the money in the world you need. You have all the power you need. What's the point? You know, what's the end goal? And he said the end goal is to get everybody chipped, to control the whole society, to have the bankers, the elite people, you know, the bankers and some governor controlling the world. And I said, oh.
You see? He said, hey, the end goal of the wicked elite is to have everybody chipped, man. All right? You see? And that's exactly what it is. You see? So, and we coming closer and closer to that, man. Every day that passes, Lord willing, by the end of this year, they pushing out the RFID micro C-HIP, man. All right, and forcing people to get it. Lord willing, you know, but if it don't happen this year, hey, best believe it's gonna happen in the very near future, man. We ain't got long to bear this wicked ass society, man. All right, that us the hopeful elect has been subscribed to, man. This is pure hell of captivity. All right, so we hasten the day. Anyway.
Do all the people in the Council on Foreign Relations believe this way you do? He said, no. You know, most of them believe they're doing the right thing. A lot of them believe it's better off being socialistic. You know, we have to convince people that socialism is really capitalism. Because America's becoming a socialist country. It's a communist country today. Well, one of the things they told me was that we were at the house one night, and
you know, that was a point, but it was another part to that. They must have edited it out, where he had said, you know, they want to have everybody C-HIP, and if anybody go against their society, they can just shut off they chip, man. You know, so that's what the elites want, man. That's what it's about. All right. Matter of fact, let me just pull that scripture out. All right. Let's see. It's the book of Revelation 13 and 15 or 16. It says, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. All right. And that when he calls it, that means to make. All right. To force. And people initially going to be forced into it because they ain't going to have no other means of accessing their funds, man. All right. When all these different banks collapse and people make these runs that people are going to have on the banks and not being able to get all their cash out, the only other option is going to be the introduction of the whole digital system. You know, then people going to accept it because they're going to need to eat. They're going to need to, you know, they ain't going to have nothing else to trust in. They ain't going to be trusting in Yahweh Shmi Shai, all right, for their necessities, all right? So they're going to be left with no option, you see? So it says, in their right hand or their foreheads with the whole Elon Musk Neuralink that links your, that puts devices inside your brain. That's another lesson, an aspect of the C-hipping. It says, verse 17, it says that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the M.A.R.K. and the name of the beast and a number of his name, 666, which is the universal product code on the back of every, embedded within every product that you buy, the barcode. All right. So you ain't be able to buy or sell unless you have it. It ain't talking about nothing spiritual. This is a physical thing. Or you physically got to go to the store and buy groceries. All right. So why would it? These guys, man, But hey, everybody gonna be faced with reality, man. Everybody that's teaching false doctrine, don't want their congregation, or anybody else to believe that it's a physical thing. All right. Hey, they're gonna have to deal with it, man. Everybody gonna be faced with reality, man. For whatever they believe in, whether it's Buddha, Jesus, a higher Shah, a higher, whatever you want to call them, Yahuwah. All right. Hey, we gonna see at the end of the day. All right. But we at a hopeful elect, we know it's Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, man. It's gonna do it for us, man, Lord willing. Verse 18, it says, here is wisdom, let him who have it have understanding, count the number of the beast, for is the number of the man is number 603 We already explained what that is. And for time's sake, we always go into the mark, what it means in the Greek, charagma, charax, meaning a pale or stake or palisade, like a pointed needle that they use via the, for the incision of the whole thing, to go into your skin, a syringe, all right? But also it goes into a marking or a branding, all right? And that's what the elites ultimately want to do, is brand the people as a form of servitude, like a farmer would do with their farm animals, man, all right? That's what these people are to the elites, a bunch of animals, all right? But anyway, hey, I'm going to come back with a part 2 because I want to get into an article and another video, all right? And I running short on time. I got to get back in on the plantation. So this was part 1, all right? But Lord willing, is edifying. All right, until next time, shalom.